Hey, this is Tyler with TJack Survival Dispatch, and this is Trooper video number 3. Okay, the struggle is real. So most of you recognize this. Any of you who have ever worked on a Trooper know that there's supposed to be more to the bottom of this. And I have installed this thing. I put Flex Seal on it, I put Flex Tape on it, and there's these little cracks that just keep letting liquid out, and it's just keeping me from being able to have windshield wiper juice, which is a problem if you get mud on your windshield or you go off-road. So I'm just gonna cut that puppy off and put some, put a hose on it. Boom, just like that. Radiator hose. I'm gonna cut it and make it work. Success! All those plastic parts are all sorts of chewed up. Just get this old 20-year-old truck. So it's a little ugly, but it works. I cut out the pieces I needed. Also had to replace the hoses, all that fun stuff. I was a little short on this one, but it worked. And right there, I was a little worried because I thought I was gonna kink off because it wasn't made to work that way, but it's working. For the win. Oh. All painted, all done. They straightened it out. Did the primer and then put some bed liner on this thing. Legit. So yesterday I was gonna go pop a winch on a bumper and a bumper on a Trooper, and that's not that's not what happened. So, getting my licorice here. I have a Smitty-built winch, and the Smitty-built winch is made to have this controller on top of the winch somehow, just kind of placed around this area. The problem is when you put it inside of a bumper, there's no space for that controller. This is an ARB bumper that we put the bed liner on, so it's awesome, but it was taken off in 1994 and it's a little bit beat up. Had some bends in it that we had to straighten out, you know, a couple things we needed to correct. And funny thing, this dude right here, these are the first two things I bought for this Trooper, and I'm just now getting a chance to put them on. So anyway, we got the winch installed. I still haven't put the guide on here yet, that metal guide. I had to order a different one that would fit this bumper, so that's coming still, and that's why I haven't put my rope. I haven't coiled it up yet. But we fabricated these little channels and attached them and then drilled holes right there in the back, if you can see. Drilled holes for the wires to fit. So that was a pain, and then once we got all this connected, we realized it was a little bit snug, so it's kind of touching. So either I can re-drill and shift this whole thing forward or just kind of roll with it. For now, I think I'm just gonna kind of roll with it. These are the extra cables that need the positive and the negative that need to be run to the battery, which I haven't installed yet. And I ordered some lights to go in here. They had lights, but we're getting some newer ones that are a little bit better quality. Because this had bed liner added to it, and because it was already just a little bit bent and taken off of another vehicle, it ended up being almost a fabrication job. We had to lift on this with a jack to get it all set up, because we've got these two screws, that screw, and then another screw that is hidden right up inside here. That guy was a beast to get to. That's all the wiring. Oh, and as Bob and I, and Bob over at Pro Audio 4x4 is awesome, great mechanic. You guys should go check him out. We're working on this. We ran all the wiring from the control unit into the winch, And then we realized that this hole needed to, the wires also needed to go through the bracket, because the brackets we pulled apart and put them on there first. So we had to unwire everything. We had to extend one of the wires right here. We had to add an extension to because it couldn't fit. And then we had to rewire and put the bracket on and attach this. So one bracket was attached, the other bracket wasn't. The short version of this story is it became a very long day yesterday to make all this work. But we've got a wireless winch controller. We've got the cable in the car, which is good. These two just need to be attached to the battery, which I will do later. Throw in the lights. I mean, I'm legal because I've still got the lights right here, but we'll throw in these two lights. Then I'm gonna add probably gonna add my CB antenna right here, or a little lower because it's kind of a taller antenna. Put that fairing on there and coil my rope, and we are good to go. That means it's almost time to go wheeling. So if I put my cowboy hat on and my cowboy boots, does that mean I'm ranch dressing? Of course it does. That was dumb.
Yeah.
So Bob was in a wheelchair here a while ago, right? And he stole my camouflage coat, and I was like, Bob, you can hide, but you can't run. That's bad. Do you want to test this thing?
Let's do it.
Okay, right here. So this is my CB.
Okay.
This is my other dude. He's talking to me from under my bum. I gotta get a microphone. See if it connects to there. Oh, I hear it.
There you go.
This is KJ. Can someone give me a radio check, please? It sounds nice and clear. I mean, we're in a building. Sorry, can you send it again, please? Thank you. I hear you, but I'm inside of a building, so that's probably my problem. He's in a bad spot. Awesome. I'm not sure if the static is me or you, but I'll get out on the road and I'll try this again. Thank you for the comeback. 73. Yay! Theoretically, it's good.
Redwood, get closer to your mic and talk a little louder. I think it'll help.
Now, I can see that lets me know that the first dude that come back was in a bad spot and I was good.
Right.
Hey, I think I know that was some PB, right?
His signal is okay into the repeater. He just was too far away from his microphone, so he was really soft. How are you doing? Been a while.
I'm golden. I just installed a new radio in my truck, and we just wired up soldered up and wired up the new NMO, and I'm inside of a building, but now that I hear you come back, that lets me know my kit's good.
I think it's working just fine. Yeah, that guy was just too far away from his microphone and not coming through very well. Anyway,
it's loud too. I like that because it's going to be done.
Are you going to sign up and go to Ukraine?
Nah. I think it would be cool to go check it out, but my cup of violence is full. I've been over to places like that enough.
Noticed they were recruiting and they had pretty good salaries.
Yeah, I got some emails to do some more contract work, but I'm good.
You're getting old. It sounds like you're liking to be stateside.
I enjoy that stuff. I just have kids and I need to not get shot.
I know the feeling anyway. Two exciting days, the day you get in and the day you get out. But I guess you're kind of a fixture now here, aren't you? You youngsters, it happens fast enough.
Those young 60-year-olds. You sound like 2CU, talking about those young 60-year-olds.
Yeah, that's a true story.
He used to pop on and be like, those little young 60-year-olds, even 70-year-olds, they don't know what they're talking about. Wait till you're 86.
I remember.
He was good people. Okay, I'm gonna clean up my mess. Thanks for the comeback. Have an outstanding day, and 73 to the other guy as well. But did you die? Where are we at? So the last upgrade I've done to this thing is communication. A ton of communication, all right? Not the last upgrade, the most recent upgrade. I've added a ham radio, I've added a CB radio, and I've got a satellite communication device. So options, both for communication in case something bad happens, but more so when I'm going out with other groups of people. If all they have is CBs, I can talk to them. If all they have is ham radios, I can talk to them. And then when I'm out by myself, I've got the satellite. So let's talk about it a little bit. I added this in the back. This is just a 12-volt power outlet. Ran that in. There's two reasons. One, I want to be able to add this battery recharger because I've got so much crap running off of this camera gear and all the junk in here for now, but I've got so much crap that if I forget and I leave my ham radio or my CB on all night long and I juice the battery and I can't jump start it, I've got this. You know, I can always push start it and pop it that way, but it's a lot easier to just plug this guy in and let it go. And then this just stays in, and once it's charged, it kind of quits pulling, right? So it'll actually go to 100% and it'll just keep it in attending mode. So that's my jumper. Oh, the other thing I'm gonna do is eventually this is gonna have a fridge right here. I've got a rough country fridge that's gonna go right here, and I'm gonna connect it into a solar system so it runs by itself 24/7. That's good because I can run it off the engine while I'm driving, and when I get to a location, if I'm staying there for 3 or 4 or 5 days, the solar panel can run the fridge. So let's talk about this mess. Yeah, that's makes some of you electricians out there twitch. So I've got these two are the winch, these two are the air compressor. This is the little siren over there. Well, one of these is a siren, one of these is the ham, one of these is the CB, and the other one is the connection to the US, I keep saying USB, the cigarette lighter in the back. Similar stuff over here, lots of grounds. Not all the grounds come here. You can have less grounds because, as an example, since the frame is grounded with this siren, all I did was run a positive to it and then ground it to the frame. That way you don't have to run a positive and a negative. This other wire is something going on the inside, probably the ham radio. And then, you know, you've got your fuses. These are the fuses for the air compressor. And right there, if you can see them, are the fuses to the ham radio. The CB's on the inside, so they're all fused. Ideally, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add another fuse box that goes right here on the side of this fuse box, and then I'll take a bunch of these positive off and run one hot lead to that fuse box and one negative to the battery here, and then I can kind of offset a bunch of stuff, get rid of a bunch of fuses in the line. I bought one and I lost it, so anyway, here we are. Too much junk in here. I've been filming. It's my drone. Right there is the ham radio. All right, this is a remote ham radio. I've got, those are the air hoses for my lockers. I need to seal that so there isn't getting water in there. And then that's both my speaker for my ham radio and my actual ham radio brain. And then it runs up inside of there, up to here. So right there's the display. I kind of zip tied and Velcroed this dude right here. For my CB, I put the attachment right there. I'll probably use the CB a lot less. I was thinking about putting another attachment right here for the ham, but I kind of like those pulley things that you get from whatever they are, from the, what's that called? Flying J truck station, right? Having a Joe Biden moment. So I like to get the pulley things from the truck station, and that way it can kind of hang right here. I can grab it, use it, and then just let it go. And since I'm gonna be using the ham radio way more often, that's probably what I will do. All right, last thing I'm gonna show you, here's my compressors. I'm gonna turn this on. They suck a lot of juice, so. Turns that one on. Rear and front, and then you can hear it release. And it is right here. There is my air compressor. Got a dual stage air compressor. Those black hoses are the hoses coming in from my front and back locker. I'm going to add a chuck so that I can run a hose, either run tools or inflate and deflate my tires. That is a tomorrow problem. And this mess, my manifold is just sitting here. A little water in here from earlier. So my manifold is right there. I still have to put screws in and nail it down so it's not moving, but that will be my my switches for number 1, number 2 manifold, and my chuck will go right there. So I need to get a little more time and install those. That's why she's not working. Disconnected. That's why you just don't leave stuff unfinished, but it is what it is. Okay, that is what I've got for now. I screwed up. I put the wrong, so evidently the cup sizes for the axles that come out of the differential, they look the same, but they are actually different. There are minute differences. So I built this from a 94, a 96, and a 2001, and I've got 2 mismatched cup sizes. So either I can rebuild that front end again, or I can just get a different CV axle. So I've ordered the CV axle. It's gonna go in that other cup. There's a thumping noise that's happening in my front end. As soon as I get that replaced, I can finally take this thing to Moab. The 4-wheel drive will function at 100%, and I can go make some interesting videos. All right, guys, hopefully that is valuable to you. Thank you for watching, and tune in until next time. Leave me comments, suggestions down on the bottom. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. So close. Let's try this with lockers. I don't know if I can drive with one hand fuckers, we'll see.